All right, let's get started. So, we're talking about what you say and think matters. I'll try versus I will. So, the big idea, your words shape your actions at the end of the day, and your actions determine your results. The difference between I will and I'll try is the difference between hoping and committing. So, if you say I'll try, you're kind of just like hoping, leaving room for you to kind of not do it versus I will, right? I will follow through. I will do this. I will. What I'll try really means, so I'll try sounds positive, but it's usually a soft escape. Again, gives you the opportunity, the thought in your mind that you don't have to do it. It means I might do it. I'm not fully committed. I'm leaving room to quit. It removes accountability entirely. What happens behaviorally in your brain, when you say I'll try, effort becomes optional, discomfort becomes a reason to stop, consistency drops, and vague commitments usually leads to vague results. So when you tell yourself I'll try, kind of the voice in the back of your head really is like, I don't really have to do it. I just said I'll try, right? Change your language. What I will does, I will is a decision. It means this is happening. I'm doing it regardless of how I feel. I'll figure it out. It creates clarity and ownership. Success really comes from doing the shit that you know you need to do when you don't feel like it. So being able to continuously do that is how you produce ultimate success. So regardless of your feelings, regardless of your emotions, now we're not talking about just like one bad day. We're talking about like consistently that pattern. What happens behaviorally when you say I will, you act with intention, you follow through more often, you adapt instead of quitting, and it removes negotiation, right? No negotiating with yourself. I will do it. And then when you follow through with your promise to yourself of saying I will, you're going to have more confidence and you're going to show up next time when you don't feel like it. Why this matters for fitness. So progress comes from consistent training, consistent nutrition, consistent habits, not from motivation. An example, I'll try to hit my steps today. I'll try to hit my steps today. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I will hit 8K steps today. You find a way. Walk after dinner, walk after lunch, park farther, pace around the gym in between sets, etc. Another example, I'll try to eat better this week. That's vague. There's no structure. I will hit my protein target daily this week. Clear, measurable, actionable. I will. So there's the identity shift that goes behind this. This is the real power. Your language reflects your identity. I'll try equals someone attempting to change. I will equals someone who has decided to change. Decide if you're going to do it, follow through, hold that promise to yourself. That is so important from a confidence standpoint. And having confidence opens up opportunities, gives you more success. Over time, this becomes I'm the kind of person who follows through, and identity drives long-term behavior, right? Act and say things that you want to the person that you want to become, act like them now, say the things that they would say before you're even them. That's how you get to them. You got to do the actions, you got to think like them, act like them before you actually become them. The reality, so I will doesn't mean you'll be perfect, you'll never miss. That's not what I'm saying here. You're gonna miss. Shit happens, life happens. It means when you mess up, you get back on track quickly, right? There's plenty of times where you say, I will do something, and more times than not, you will, but maybe boss throws a crazy deadline for you, end of day, kid's sick, car breaks down, whatever it may be. Things like that happen. It's not I'll try again next week, but I will get back on track today. I will. How to apply this. So instead of I'll try to go to the gym, I'll try to eat better, I'll try to be consistent. Say, I will train 3 times this week. I will hit my calories today. I will go for a walk after dinner, right? These are little actions that you can easily do by simply changing your language. I will. You're like, all right, No negotiating with myself. I'm going to execute. I'm going to do this. Again, these are little things that add up. Make it specific, measurable, and actionable. Key takeaways. Your words shape your actions. I'll try leaves room to quit and you to negotiate with yourself. I will creates commitment and builds confidence. Commitment drives consistency. Consistency drives results. If you keep saying I'll try, you'll keep getting inconsistent results. Start saying I will and then prove it through your actions. That's where change actually happens. And can't stress the importance of this, the confidence it brings, just holding the promise to yourself of saying I will and doing it goes a long way. It literally makes your brain think like I can do anything. You really trust yourself. You're like, I will be successful, whether it's fitness, whether it's anything. I will, I will, I will. Super important. Okay. So this week, in the coming weeks, today, I challenge you guys to start changing your language instead of I'll try to I will. Otherwise, you're going to keep breaking promises to yourself. You're going to have self-doubt, and that carries over just how you show up at work, with your family, with your kids, etc. All right, that's all we got today. If you guys watch this on replay, let me know if you have questions, thoughts, anything. But otherwise, peace.